Hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel Easy Pathashala. So today in this video we are going to cover the chapter Nelson Mandela of class 10th English. In this video we are going to have the entire quick summary and the revision of this chapter. As I have already mentioned in the previous video, if you have not watched it, please go and watch how to score 95 plus in your board examinations of 2025 for English subjects specially. There is a complete strategy of how to score 95 plus in your English examinations. So let's go on with the chapter. We are going to have a quick summary of this chapter. You are going to get the key points and the important keywords that you have to write in your examinations in order to get more marks and impress the evaluator. So the summary. What is this? This chapter, Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom in class 10th English, is an excerpt from Nelson Mandela's autobiography. So it describes Mandela's experience and thoughts as he became a South Africa's first black president after years of struggle against apartheid, a system of racial segregation. So Nelson Mandela begins by reflecting on the historic day, that was May 10th, 1994, when he was sworn in as the first black president of South Africa. This event marked the end of the apartheid era, a system that had oppressed the black people for decades. Mandela talks about how this movement symbolized freedom and equality for all South Africans regardless of race. Mandela shares his journey of fighting against this apartheid. He explains that he was born with a desire to change the world but was driven by the injustices he saw around him. Over time, he became deeply committed to fighting for the rights and dignity of his people. So, he spent 27 years in prison because of his activism. But this did not weaken his resolve. Instead, it strengthened his belief in the importance of freedom and justice. So, Mandela also reflects on the true meaning of the courage. He believes that courage is not the absence of fear but the ability to overcome it. He had to overcome many fears during his struggle, but he remained determined to achieve his goal of freedom for his people. So, also he acknowledges that the fight for freedom was not just about freeing the oppressed but also the oppressors. Mandela believed that people who oppress others are also trapped in a system of hatred and also prejudice. By freeing the oppressed, he also wanted to free the oppressors from their own fears and prejudices. The chapter ends with Mandela's thoughts on the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. He emphasizes that building a new peaceful South Africa required leaving behind the bitterness of the past and working together for a better future. So in the summary, it covered entirely about what this chapter was. Should I am telling you again and again, you can't read line by line NCERT books before your examinations. So learning the summaries, getting to know what the story is about and the key points and the keywords would really fetch your marks to score more. Okay, so don't depend on line by line reading. Instead, you have to get the summaries, understand the stories, and then able to represent it on paper with the help of these keywords. So now we are going to see keywords to impress the evaluator. So first one is apartheid. So make use of these words while writing your examination paper. So whenever the evaluator is correcting your paper, he or she will be like, okay, he has something studied and come and he knows the vocabulary well. So they won't deduct your marks that much as compared to others, and only 20% of the students write all the keywords in the board examinations and get almost of full marks in their English examination. So keywords to impress the evaluator. First word is apartheid. What is apartheid? It is racial segregation or racial discrimination. So discrimination among the people done on the basis of their color is called as apartheid. Next, what is an autobiography? You should use these words, okay? Autobiography, it is a life story. It is a biography of a person written by that person himself or herself. Next, amphitheater, it is nothing but a large open theater. I know most of you people will know this. Then dignitaries, it means eminent persons, the high level persons. Oppress, harsh and unfair treatment, suppressing someone. Then jubilant, which means joyful and happy. Dawned means began, busied, surrounded by. Decades, period of 10 years. You have more keywords. Next, supremacy, being supreme and dominant. Next is confer, which means to give. Outlawed, deprived of the benefit and protection of the law. Rare privilege, which is uncommon right, and privilege, rare, which is. Then possession, which means having control. Emancipation, which means freedom from the restrictions they were having since many years. Bondage, which means slavery, working under someone, using them as slaves. Reign, period of rule or dominance. Awe, respect and fear. Chevron, V-shaped symbol or pattern. So why am I reading all these keywords is so that listening is one of the skill which helps you to easily store in your brain. So I want you to listen properly. This may be a 10 minutes video in which you are going to cover the entire chapter thoroughly. So you can listen this with full concentration, note down all the key points that you want to, pause the video and take down all the keywords and try to use them in your answers. While practicing sample answer sheets or sample question papers, please try to answer the questions as per the keywords given in the chapter or the story. So, next, not unmindful, which means what? You are mindful, means being aware. Racial domination, control which is based on race again. Despised, which means hated. Wrought, which means worked into shape through effort. Profound, having deep meaning. Brutality, being cruel or harsh. Comrades, friends or fellow patriots who are there to fight. Then resilience, the ability to bounce back from the difficulties is called your resilience. Defease, which means challenges. Grimmest, which means saddest or worst. I think you may feel this as boring while listening, but you just have to trust me. Make sure you learn all these words and go. I'm not telling you to just, rectify all these words, but no, listen to them, know their meaning, try to implicate in your answers. This will surely, boost your score up to easily 10 to 20 marks. And literature will come for 40 marks, 40 total marks, which is the highest weightage in the entire English paper. So please don't neglect it. So now we have seen the keywords, what have to be used. Pause the video and note down all the keywords and try to learn it. I'm sure when I was telling, you were along with me and you learned the words along with me. Now, what are the important points to remember? There is a question in your examination from this chapter and you are unable to answer it. For suppose if it is twisted, then you have to remember these 4 main points and try to build your own answer. So, historic moments, there are only 4 to 5 instances that have happened in this chapter. So, you have to be thorough and you should be aware about these points so that you can answer any question or even extract if they have been asked. So, historic moment, Mandela's inauguration as the first black president marked the end of the apartheid and the beginning of a new era in South Africa. We all know this. He fought for the equal importance and equality for all the people and remove the discrimination based on race. So now, struggle for freedom, how the Mandela's life was dedicated to fighting against this racial oppression and advocating for the equality. You can elaborate on these points, children. Next, courage and determination. Mandela believed that true courage is overcoming fear and his determination helped him lead his people to freedom. Next, forgiveness. Mandela stressed the importance of reconciliation and forgiveness to build a united and peaceful nation. So, These are the four main instances that have been explained in the entire chapter. Instead of reading the entire chapter, entire textbook line by line, you can just understand and try to elaborate this points. This will be very helpful for you at the last minute revisions and also for writing your answers in your board examination without getting confused. So thanks for watching. That's it for this video. Follow more for such videos to our channel Easy Patashala. Please like, share and subscribe. This will give us a lot of motivation. We are going to come with more summaries of the chapter. Please check in Boost Your Score series of Science and English, which has already been uploaded in our YouTube channel Easy Patashala. Thank you.